Māri e kia koe. O mōrena, ata māri e kia koutou e te wānau. E te iwi nau mai, e rarau ki tēnei pāpahotanga mataora. Kei konei ko taku maniwhiri i te rānei, ko Joanne Peacock tēnei. Tēnā koe Joanne me ngā mai o te wā.
Tēnā koutou, me I kawana ki a koutou mō tēnei wāhanga, te atu nei.
Tēnā rawatu koe, e pēhea ana koe koutou koto wānau.
He pai rawa. Me koutou oki.
Ai, e ora pai tonu ana. Aha kua rā ngā upiki me ngā eke o te wā. Ai, e pai ana te wāna o te Korimako o Taranaki. E koutou bā kua hono mai ki te wakarongo ki te mātakitaki I tēnei pāpā o tanga mataora. E tika ana kia tuku tono I ngā whakaroki ho tātou mātua. Rā me te mohio ko tēnei koe nei ko te rā tuari mō noema. Ko te rā o te pāhuatanga o Parihaka. Nō reira ka tika kia hau mai rā koe rā o ngā wakaro nui ki ho tātou mātua. Ia tātou e ngana nei ki te wai I tā rātau I tauira mai ai, ia tātou e ngana nei ki te wakakiki, te wārua. Hua anō, ko rātau ki rātau, ko tātou te kaupapa tangata ki tātou. Me tēnei kaupapa miharo rau atu, kei mua i a tātou. Arā, he kaupapa papai rau atu tēnei hanga tuana ki te kai o te tina, kai mo te tinana, kai mo te wenua, te kai mo te tai ao anō hoki. Nō reira koe a pū te take kei konea Joanne ki te kōrero ki koutou mō tēnei me ki he momo whitiwara, ne? He ahua, he event nui nei, he hui nui kei te haere I te taone tāua rirerire e kia nei ko Pātea. Nō reira, tērā peka tuku au I te wā ki a koe Joanne ki te wakamuhi atu ki te iwi tēnei o ngā kaupapa. E te whānau, there is an event that is happening in Pātea. I'm going to hand it over to Joanne to speak with us about it coming up very soon. And it will be held on Takanei Mohio, the 13th of November, ne?
Ana.
Nō reira, real food, real people, Kai Resilience is the event, and it will be held in the beautiful metropolis of Pātea. So I'll hand it over to you, Joanne, to talk to us about this amazing kaupapa.
Tēnā koe Tamzyn, me kei nā mai I kawana ki a te unga wakarongo. He kaupapa waka ira tēnei mō nā tangata katoa, aha ko no e, aha ko no wai. Ko wai, he taonga tuku iho tēnei, engari kei te hoki mātou ki ira pukinga o nā matua tupuna, te tiaki, te wenua, tiaki, te tangata, ira momo a uatanga, te manaakitanga, te tiaki, te taiao, tira te me nui. He kaupapa tēnei mō nā tangata katoa, mai te tamaiti, taino ki nā kaumātua. Te mea pai ki au te hui tātou I runga I te hui topa, tēnei wā, pānaki tēnei me te kai. He nui te utu mō nā kai, mō nā tangata I nei wā, mō tēnei ngāngara hoki kei te haere huri rauna I te ao. He wā te āta tiro ki nā kai, hei oranga mo te tinana, mo te ininaro ira momo a uatanga. Ki te tipu kai, kore te utu ki tēnā, katoa te wakarite māra, I mō ira momo a uatanga. Ka hua atu te katoa te kōrero ki nā tangata mō iwana ki tērā momo mai, mō nā tangata e hehe ana ki te timata. Tā he wānanga mō nā tangata katoa. He mea hei, he waka wanaungatanga hoki, ki te heahana me kei te wāhi, heahana momo raui me, katoa te hoko nā mea ki ia, ira mea. Kei te tū I te I wānanga, kei Wainganui hoki, pāna ki te wakatipu kumara, me pēea te timata he mara mai te timatanga, he mea rua mita ki te tahi mita, so nā āhuatanga, tiki te nā nā hangarua, nā ira momo mea, te pepa maro, nā mea mai te pāmu, nā momo tūtoi o nā kararehe e rā momo, e me wakatua i nā ota e rā mea, hei whāngai e tō wānau. En te mea nui hoki e te he mea kaore te mea me ako i taua wā anake, he mea mo te oranga o tō oranga, ne. He mea, he pukinga hei aki i ngā tangata katoa. Tina pia. E he mea ki te tū iti o nā ka te i wariwari te kupu mō nā momo organisations kei te hapori, kei te tuai mō te Taranaki Time Bank, and ko te mea nunui kia mātou, te rāranga hia tātou, putting that unity back in the community. So it's all about that sustainable and intergenerational mātauranga, and from people who've never gardened in their life right through to those with that ka mo'i o rātou. So something I'm passionate about, as you can probably tell. It's and that sustainable practices and looking at how you can grow your own groceries. So that's some of the kaupapa we're looking at, and soil knowledge and composting are going to be some of the wānanga, starting a mara from scratch, as I was saying, and looking at one of the other workshops is the growing kumara, how to prep the bed and planting our kumara tipu. And there's also giveaways. So there's some garden prizes for those that are coming to our online wānanga. We had hoped to hold the event in Pātea, but due to the current circumstances, we decided to keep all our wānau safe and take it online. But there will be another event in 2022. And we've got some awesome kai kōrero too that are coming aboard. So Kaitahi will be there to have a kōrero about the mahi they do and what they grow in our local area. And we've got some local tangata like Jack Dwyer and one of our kaumātua we pre-recorded, as they will be busy with another hui, talking about, even though they're well known for other mahi, talking about how they've grown up and what their parents and tupuna did, and how they've continued that on and now teaching their mokopuna. So it's a bit something for everyone, and all our kura, we've sent out colouring in competition. So that ends on the 10th of November, and that's gone out to all our libraries and our kura in the area, and they can win garden prizes. So we've got some cool little giveaways, and yeah, it's about getting that whole whānau and community involved.
Aroha atu, Joanne. I was on mute. Sorry about the feedback. I don't actually know what's happening, but I got a little bit of feedback. Here I know. What I will say, Joanne, this is awesome. For those that want to participate, would you please let us know how we can do that?
Ka pai. So Saturday the 13th of November is the day we're going to hold our wānanga from 3 to 5 p.m. So starting in the afternoon. And I think I've given the link to Tamzyn to share out. It's on the Sustainable Taranaki website, and it's under the Real Food, Real People. And one of our locals came up with that little slogan. So we said, what's something that you think would be catchy for our wānau? So mihi kawana kia tairo mo tēnā. And if people can just join along. So you have to register so we can send you the Zoom link.
Awesome. I'm sort of getting some feedback happening. I don't know why. For those of you that are tuned in, just real quickly, because I want to let Joanne just do all the talking because something's happening with the sound at my end. I don't know if there's another computer on, a radio or something, but we're doubling up on sound today. I don't know why, but in the comments section of the live, you will find the link that Joanne's talking about. It is in the link. Would you like to talk to us about how you will be running the online event? Like, will you have guest speakers, etc.?
Anna, kia ora. Yes, so when you'll get the link sent out once you've registered on the Sustainable Taranaki page. Oars will send out a link to people that have registered. And so we're starting off at 3 p.m. We'll have our karakia to timatai tara. And then getting into a bit of waka wānanga, and we're going to put people into breakout rooms so they can have some conversations with each other and just get the ball rolling on what they know about kai, their experience if they're new to kai, and what they know about our local area and what's available to our whānau, around our rohe. Because there's actually a lot of places that you can get seedlings, etc., from that people may not know about, which are right in our rohe, and just some of the cool projects that are going on in the area. Then we'll go into our kai kōrero. So we've got a few speakers like Kaitahi, Melody Tapatu is going to talk about their kaupapa and how they grow locally. They grow some of the ingredients like the puha, kawakawa, kumara. So it's all grown locally in Pātea at Kitahi. And they've recently, I think, I saw an ad out recently, an article, and they did an interview the other day. We've got some local gardeners talking about what they do and their journey, and we've got a couple of pre-recordings, and then we'll have a little bit of time for a question and answer, and then we'll get into our workshops. So when people register, they can choose one of 3 workshops to do, so they'll get 2 out of the 3. So we've got Brittany and Andrea from South Taranaki District Council and Sustainable Taranaki are running the Knowing Your Soil and Composting, because that's actually important. It's about knowing your the whenua and knowing what's in your soil and what you need to grow your successfully. There's another, Oz and I are doing a marakai that we set up, and so we'll go through the stages of how to do that yourself at home. And it's just a little 2 metre by 1 metre. And the one we put in things like strawberries, tomatoes, capsicums, taiwa, spinach. So it's really easy to grow quite a bit of kai in a small space. And even looking at, you can use pots, so herbs, etc. And then Esther from Enviro Schools is doing a workshop around kumara and how to prep the beds, planting, and we've also got some giveaways coming up around that as well. And then we'll go into the draw of our colouring competition from our kura. So they've been sent out, and if anyone wants them, they can email me on it's the ttb@lowersouth@gmail.com if you want a colouring competition, because it's for adults as well. So we've got some cool garden prizes to give away that have been generously donated to us. So there's that as well. And then we'll have a little finish up the wānanga with where people can go to source some of these things, like crop swaps, seed savers. There's lots of different, and what's available in our local area to access as well. So that's the āhuatanga o te wānanga. And I think I can't emphasise enough, it's about cost is getting really high for whānau, so learning to do it yourself, and it's a good way to connect and get the whole wānau involved. That's the beauty of it, and sharing that knowledge, that mātauranga.
I'm just incredibly excited. There's something going on with my phone. I'm so sorry, Joanne. Here we are, North. To those of you who are tuned in, this is an incredible opportunity for all of us. Tipene has actually been talking to me a lot about how people need to start to grow their own kai, and food sovereignty, but also making sure that we've got mara kai at home, and we're going to be able to sustain our wānau and look after each other in our communities, especially with COVID just lingering around, and the uncertainty around it. So, Joanne, this is perfect timing. absolutely perfect timing for people like me that need a bit of mara going at my house. I'm excited. I can't wait. And for those of you that are watching, please reach out to Joanne. You can also leave your comments and your messages. Joanne, after this is finished, you might want to check out the comments, because some people have left you some messages on the live stream. Also, I'll copy some of them over to you and send them through to you, so you can kōrero with our whānau that are reaching out. But are there any other, because you've shared some amazing kōrero with us this morning, are there any other key messages that you'd like to share with our whānau today?
Oh, tēnā koe. E mihi kawana kia koutou. It's something I'm really passionate about. It's something that was instilled in me by my own papa. He's always had a massive mara, and for him it wasn't just about growing kai for us, it was about sharing it out to the community. So he always grew enough for the hapori, and it's that I think that instilled in me, it's that connecting with others and just looking after our taiao, our whenua, getting back to what we've always sort of is instilled within us. And even for those that don't know how or haven't experienced it, even if you've got a small space or renting, you can grow a decent amount of kai even in pots. So it's about learning that knowledge, and for those, and sharing and making connections with others, because we've got a lot of people in our community that have this knowledge, and that's the beauty of that, bringing together and telling people, where they can access these things, like where to get seeds from, how to start saving seeds. And this isn't just, it's our initial kaupapa, but we want to carry it on and then build on it, and just it's about strengthening and building up skills and getting people back into sustainable practices, and it's beneficial for all. Healthy tinana, changing out what we're eating, and it tastes so much better out of our mara than in the, buying it commercially. So I think it's just that, looking how we can work collaboratively. And so the partners that we're working with are Sustainable Taranaki, our South Taranaki District Council, our environmental ropu, enviro schools, and just about all of our kura in this area are enviro schools. So it's that. And our tamariki are great, because if they've grown it, they'll eat it. I've found that a lot, and as working as a kaiako, and it's just it's a way of connecting with our whānau and getting off our devices and getting out there and getting our hands, and a bit of grounding, getting our hands into that whenua. And it's something that's going to help us, especially when we can't access things. We can go out and we've got our kai and our mara. So it's about learning how to use those tools and looking at how we can, so no one goes hungry, so we can have whānau have access to healthy and fresh kai on a daily. And a dream of mine, a little passion of mine, would be to have a community mara at some stage in our rohe for our whānau to share, and it's a good way to meet people and connect. Yes, so tira te me nui ki au.
Rawi. The beautiful kōrero that you've shared today, and I kore pā ngā mihi kia koe, kei te tuakana Joanne, fabulous. Awe-inspiring kōrero. I love the kaupapa, and I'm grateful to you for your time today. Tēnei te mihi kaua te rā ki a koe.
Kia ora rā, mihi kawana kia koutou katoa. Hari kōtou ki nā kau, te kōrero kia koutou pāna ki tēnei kaupapa. Waka ira kia tātou me ki.
Rawe. E mihi ana ki a koe, Joanne. E mihi ana ki a Oz. Me te wānau e tautoko nei a koe. Koutou katoa mō tēnei kaupapa ātā waririri. E mihi ana ki a koutou. Nō reire te iwi, kia rā wa wate ko. Have a productive day. And I hope you enjoyed this awesome kōrero from Joanne. If you have any pātai, leave them in the comment section of this live. And Joanne, I'm looking forward to the wānanga. Thank you so much. Ngā mihi.
Tēnā koe.